Okay, hey guys, so today's video is going to be about my favorite MAC products slash my must-have MAC products. Let me put these down. So I think whenever you're starting to get into makeup or starting to get into anything, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I decided to make this video so that if you're starting out just like me, you can kind of use what I used to start off your makeup collection. Well, not collection, because you're not collecting it, because you're using it, but you know what I mean. The first thing, which I think is the most important thing, is a good foundation. So I chose the Studio Tech, and my shade is NC50. Finding your shade will also be an annoying process because it's basically trial and error. But I like the Studio Tech foundation because it's like a cream powder. Not a cream powder, but it's like a cream. It's not a liquid, but it's not a powder. So I really like this. Let me see if it has a description on here. No, it doesn't. But it comes with like this little pad underneath the bottom. And then you have the product and a mirror. I really like this because it's very easy to use. You can use it on the go, you can use it in the house. It's not messy. Like with a liquid, you have to like pour it on the back of your hand or pour it on something and then apply it to your face, and that's just too much. So I really like this because all I have to use is my brush or the pad. When I didn't have brushes and I didn't know about brushes, I just used the sponge, which I still use. Like if I'm out, I don't carry brushes with me. I will just use the sponge. The only thing with the sponges is you need to replace them. Like you shouldn't keep using them because then you like continue to put like bacteria from your face back into the product. And also I found that these products, probably other products too, but like they oxidize after a while. So after a while of having it, it does tend to get darker. And sometimes when you're using like a dirty utensil in it, it gets darker faster. It oxidizes faster. So I really like this foundation. And I think that for a starter for MAC, you should get at least one good brush. Like you don't have to have like all the different types of brushes that they have, but I do recommend getting at least one good one. And when I say good, I don't mean like as if MAC is better than other brands, because I have tons of other brushes. But when I say good, I mean like a brush that you feel comfortable with, and these brushes are very expensive, so a brush that you feel is worth the money. And for me, that's the MAC 130 brush. You can't even see the writing because I've had this brush for 4 years. I wash it, I like take care of it, and for 4 years it's still going strong. I believe this brush is $40, $45, I'm not quite sure, but it's well worth the money. I've had it for 4 years and I still use it and it works amazing. It puts on my foundation flawlessly. I did buy the e.l.f. brush to this, but I didn't like that one so much. I mean, it's good, but this one is a little more full and the bristles are just a little bit shorter. So I think this one has more control for me when I apply my foundation. So I think that this is a good brush to invest in if you're looking for one MAC brush to buy. Another MAC product that I think is great for a starter is a concealer. I have two different types, and basically it just depends on what you're looking for. The first concealer though that I did buy was this one, and this is the Studio Finish concealer, and again this is in NC50. This is how it looks. I do not use a brush with this because this concealer is of a thicker consistency, so it's a little bit harder to work with for me with brushes. So I just rub my finger into it, and I use this for my under eye concealer. My face is like a little bit sweaty where my glasses have been pressing on my face, but I just swipe it under my eye and pat it into place. And I really like this concealer. I think it works really well. And I don't really like this concealer for spot treatment though, because it is a little bit harder to work with and it does need to be warmed up, and that's just too much. So I don't really like this for that. Another concealer that I use is the Pro Longwear Concealer, and I use this for my under eye, and I absolutely love this stuff. It lasts long. It lasts long. So I really like this. Oops, sorry about that. So this is a concealer. I mean, some people use this alone as foundation. Like they put this all over their face and just blend it out, and they love it like that. So that's why I think that this is also something that you might want to have in your collection, because it has like multi-uses. So if you're looking for something for multi-use, I would recommend this. But if you're just looking for a concealer for like under eye, something that's not going to be slipping and sliding all over the place, I would really recommend this one, which is the Studio Finish. Another thing that I would recommend that I just recently started using is the MAC Hot and Naughty Lash Mascara. I absolutely love this stuff. Like, I used to be a Maybelline mascara girl. Nobody could tell me anything about any other mascara. But my mom started using, she always used MAC mascara exclusively, except for the Maybelline, color mascara in the royal blue. If she wasn't using that, she was using MAC. And one day I had to use her mascara because I was out. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I absolutely love this. It has 2 brush sizes. When you open it from the purple portion right here, you have this thicker brush, which for me, I use for my top lashes because it gives like a nice look. And then you have a thinner brush from the pink side, which I use for my bottom lashes. And I will take off my glasses. Ouch. Oh. My face is like so dry, like right here. But I forgot what I'm supposed to be doing. Yes, showing you my lashes. So these are how my lashes look. And I absolutely love it. I don't like extreme, fake or false looking lashes. I just want some volume and some more definition. And I feel like this really does that. A lot of people are saying that this dries out quickly. But when I spoke to the... I'm not sure, are they called sales associates or what are they called? I don't know. Well, when I spoke to the sales associate, she was like, it does dry out quickly if you pump your mascara. So if you're constantly doing that, she was like, that's introducing more air into the mascara. And she was like, so it will dry out quickly. But she was like, just use it once. Use it on your lash and then rotate it for the other side. And for me, that works great. Another thing that I would recommend if you have dark under eye circles, which I do, is the MAC Prep and Prime Highlighter Pen in Peach Luster. This stuff is what I've been looking for. It's there. It comes out like an orange color. And orange is a color corrector for dark under eye circles, like deep brown, deep purple. Orange cancels it out great. So I just turn it twice and then dot it underneath my eye. So I use this first and just put it in place. Then I put this on top. And then I use this on top of that. I know it seems like a lot, but I really have dark under eye circles, so it's worth it, and it goes by so quickly. It's not messy at all. I love the fact that it comes like this, and I can even use this by itself if I'm just not trying to do the whole like super bright thing, if I'm just trying to get rid of the circles, this is a great product. I recommend everyone getting this. They have other shades too. This is a shade for me, but they have like a lighter shade, which I think is called Bright Forecast or something like that. And they have another shade. So they have 2 other shades besides this. Another thing that I would recommend having is, if you have oily skin, is the oil control lotion. And I got this in the travel size because the other size is like $30, and I was like, no. So I got this one, and a little bit goes a long way. So I'm glad that I got the small size. In the winter, I only get oily on my cheeks. That's it. Nowhere else. It used to be different before, but now with this winter, like, my face is dry everywhere except my cheeks. So I just put a little bit of this on my finger, rub the fingers together, and then just rub it onto my cheeks. And this keeps the shine away. And this, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but this size is $10. Another thing that I would recommend having is a skin finish. And I'm talking about like one of the skin finishes that are like the colored ones, not the natural, the other ones. And I like these skin finishes. This is Lust. And I really like this to use like on top of my blush. So I put my, I'm not sure if you can tell because it's so bright outside, but like I put my blush and then I use the skin finish like right here in between like my concealer and my blush, and it just adds like that shimmer to your face that just like brightens you up. And I love this shade so much. I have this one and I also have Rio, and I use them both interchangeably, but this is how it looks. So I would recommend having one of these because it's multi-use. You can use it as a blush, you can use it as a highlight, you can use it as whatever you want. So I really, really like this. And then 2 other things that I would recommend getting are the Pro palettes. And the reason I would recommend getting the Pro palettes are because as the grammar tortures me in my mind, I would recommend getting the palettes because when you get them singular, so I'm like single. When you get them singly, you spend more money. And the palettes only cost $10. I used to think that the palettes were so expensive, so I didn't even like want to think about getting a palette, but they're not. You pay $8 for this outside case. Like, the case itself costs $8, and then the insert part, whether it be blush or eyeshadow, costs $2. So altogether, the empty case plus like insert section costs $10. And then when you buy the blushes or the eyeshadows, they're cheaper than if you were to buy them in like the single form. So the blush inserts cost $10. And, no, I'm sorry. The eyeshadow inserts cost $10. And the blush inserts cost $17. And I was like, that's so good. And I got these palettes for Christmas from my mom. And I was just like, what? Like, when she told me about the prices, I was like, are you kidding me? And she was like, no, you know, that's a really good deal. She was, especially because I'm always buying blushes. So I thought that this was great. When I got it for Christmas, it came with one blush, this one, which is Breezy. And then I depotted my other blushes and put them in here. So from now on, like, unless it's a mineralized blush, which are the domed ones, or like a blush that I think that I'm gonna like use every day and want to carry with me as my only blush, I'll buy it like single. But other than that, I'm strictly gonna be a palette girl because I'm all for saving money, and this is a great way to save money. But yes, so I think that if you're starting to buy makeup and you know that you're going to be increasing your products, get the palettes. because for $10 you can't go wrong. And then after that, the products will be cheaper. But I think that you should get at least one good blush. Like one blush, when you're starting out, I think you should have one blush that you think that you're going to wear all the time, no matter what. Because that's going to be like your only blush. So for me, a blush that I use all the time, I did not put into this. Because I feel like that's a blush that if I'm going away or going out, that might be the only one that I want to use the whole time that I'm away. So because of that fact, I left it single, but it's Breath of Plum. It's actually the blush that I'm wearing right now, and I absolutely love it. I think it's the best blush ever. But secondly, if I had to pick another one, it would be one of these two. And this is Breezy, and this is Desert Rose. So it would be one of these two that I would pick as like a must-have blush for darker skin tones. If you're lighter, I'm sure it will probably still look good, but I really, really like those colors on darker skin tones. And my last product that I think that you should get if you're starting up with MAC is at least one good lipstick. I mean, you should always have that one lipstick that's your go-to, that no matter what you're wearing, what you're doing, you can put it on and feel confident. And for me, it's the lipstick that I'm wearing right now, which is MAC's Heroine. I absolutely love this lipstick. I got this lipstick about 3 weeks ago, and I've already used so much because I absolutely love it. I think it looks great on my skin tone. It's a matte lipstick, but it's one of the most nourishing mattes I have ever gotten. It feels good on, it looks good on, it lasts all day. I can eat. These are the things that I've tried with it. I've eaten, I've slept, and not like slept like 8 hours, but like taken a nap and brushed my teeth with this lipstick on. And the only time I had to retouch it was after I brushed my teeth. I love this lipstick. And I'm actually loving how my makeup looks right now. This is actually going to be the look that I'm going to do for my birthday. And I think that it came out really, really good. If you're wondering what I'm wearing, I have a mixture of things on. I have, okay, only one color. I have like this in my outer area. I also have this like blended in my crease, and then I have two colors, like what I have in my tear duct and what I have like on my lid are from the Naked 1 and Naked 2 palette. Yeah, I used a lot of things for this look. I have, what is it, Breath of Plum on my cheeks. Then I have my mineralized skin finish, like right here. I contoured with my Sleek palette, and I have my Heroine on my lips, and I just love how it all came together. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys, because I watched lots and lots of videos before I went and made my purchases at MAC to find out like what was the best deal, what might go best for me and my complexion. So I hope this video was helpful. Thank you again to all of my subscribers, and if you have any video suggestions, you can comment them below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye guys.